Welcome to Grtv. I'm in Malmö right now with Magnus Jens Jansson, and he works for Massive Entertainment. What do you do here?
I'm the lead game designer on a game called World in Conflict.
Tower, this is Throttle. I finished my cap.
We're past the midway point. We're not alpha yet, so we're pre-alpha, and that means the game, we're still implementing features, putting new stuff into the game. It's up and running. We're not ready to sort of close it off and start polishing and hitting the home stretch yet.
I just got a hold of the CEO of Massive Entertainment, and his name is Martin Wallfish. And Martin, can you please tell me a bit about Massive's plans for the future?
We have a lot of plans. Unfortunately, it's nothing I can talk much about. But what I can say is that in the past 10 years, we've been doing a lot of strategy games, and we really feel that is where our expertise lies. And it's pretty likely that we will continue to be doing strategy games for another couple of years.
I see the Russians. Fire at will.
Yeah, so it's an RTS, right? But just like the previous games we did here at Massive, Ground Control 1 and 2, we've sort of concentrated on what the parts that we think are the most fun in RTS games. So there's no base building phase, there's no base building at all, and there's no resource gathering. You have a fixed amount of resources. So it's not about how you get the resources you have, it's how you use them. So you can jump into the game at any time. Since we have no base building or resource gathering, anybody can join the game at any time. So we have sort of server drop-in functionality in our multiplayer. And this means that since we have no base building, right, and we have no resource gathering, where does the depth come from? Where's the complexity in the game? And for us, that's in team play. The game is a team play focused game, both in multiplayer and single player. So you have your teammates that you need to cooperate with to create a full fighting force. So when you enter the game, you need to pick a role, which is like air role, armor role, infantry role, support role, and that gives you access to units that the other guys don't have, better prices for tanks if you're a tank player. And then so to be really, really competitive, people need to play different roles and really use those roles at their best and not play lone wolf too much. But if you want to go online on a public server and fool around, you can do that as well. But if you really want to shine, you need to cooperate.
How's it being a Nordic game developer?
Developing games in Sweden is obviously it's great in the sense that the people working here have a lot of passion. They love playing games. They have a lot of good technological knowledge and a lot of creativity. On the other hand, the bad thing about it is that there are not that many established game developers. It's hard to find good experienced game developers. Although what we've been doing in the last 10 years is to bring in a lot of very talented people, and they've come in and actually learned very fast how to do great games. So it's a region that has some pros and some cons, and but I definitely wouldn't want to do games anywhere else. It works very well for us.
So how many people can be on the multiplayer teams?
It's 8 versus 8, so it's 16 players. That's a lot compared to other RTS games, and that's also one of the important. That's a necessity if you want to have this great team play. You can't just have one-on-one with team play. We have one-on-one is great fun too. We adjust the maps and ways to do that, but team play is where the game really shines, and 16-player matches are just insane. So.
Can you tell me a bit about the different engines that you've been using to work this game?
Yeah, we're using an engine we call Mastech. It's basically it's built loosely around what we used in Ground Control 2. So we continued development on that, and we've done a lot of development. So there's basically nothing left on the renderer and the way things work. We've done completely new dynamic pathfinding system, so that we can support blowing up lots of things and have the pathfinding update, which means that if your unit could not go through a forest, if you blow it up, you can pass through with your tanks. And with the bridges, if you blow that up, you can't pass where you could pass before. So brand new pathfinding, everything in the rendering almost is updated. We have like dynamic lighting. We have the most awesome. You've seen the engine. Is that we said after Ground Control 2 that we want to be able to see the entire battlefield, no fog, nothing. If you look up and look across the horizon, we need to see the end of the battlefield so you can make your decisions. Because the 3D camera, the free camera of World in Conflict that we took with us from the Ground Control game, that's really it's the basis for even the strategy. It's not just for good looks. It's that you can actually look up, survey the battlefield, and see where things are going on. And we needed the engine to support seeing all the way to the horizon. And then we got some middleware in there that which is in layman's terms is that we bought some technology from others, we got some speed tree technology, which gets us great looking forests, etc. So all in all, we got a great package that does exactly what we want, which is creates the best looking RTS out there.